You see the confirmation of a siege draft here from KT Rolster because they're considering the Tahm Kench.
Tommy Kench being hovered here. Formata sitting on that one. He is 3-1 so far, but they decide against it right at the last second, just hovering it. Maybe a bit of mind games here as they pick up the Vladimir.
Yeah, it's a bit of a self-counter pick as Noah does very well into Vladimir. But the theory here is if you give him a couple of ganks, we have seen Vlad overpower Gnar in a side lane, and then they'd have pretty strong 4-1, but they're pivoting pretty hard and actually going for engage. If you look really, put all the pieces of the puzzle together for KT. They have strong engage options, can still be used in a siege with the Taliyah and Varus, and then the Cosmic Radiance for disengage, but KT pretty balanced in their draft now. On the side of Kongdu Monster, they also have an engage-heavy draft, so it's all about the team fights, and that means the snowball is very likely to impact this game as it goes on.
Yeah, and I'm going to be looking towards Secret to try to pick up some big roams with the Abyssal Voyage. We've seen so many Tahm Kenches not just be the saving grace with Devour, but also really rule the entire Rift with the mobility that you can get with that kind of maneuver. The Abyssal Voyage on Tahm Kench, of course. See what he can do. I mean, obviously, if you travel with someone like a Malzahar or even a Jarvan, you can make anyone's life on the Rift very miserable, especially guys such as Pawn and Deft, who are on a couple of carries that absolutely do not have escapes.
We're seeing great synergy between Secret and Edge so far, and just this duo of the Tahm Kench and the Malzahar. You can launch the Malzahar into the backline and get a lot of catches you don't expect. So there's a lot of synergy between Tahm Kench and Malzahar. We've only seen once on the Rift, but I imagine that KT will be ready for it. As we see the Tahm Kench roaming through mid, that's going to be a strategy they consider.
Yeah.
Enemy jungler, which they clearly do.
Raze totally caught out here. That's going to be the Glacial Prison into feeding the kill to Pawn. They made that look extremely easy, and that will be first blood.
Yeah, Raze was so low in the jungle, would have been solo killed by Score, but why not pick up the kill involvement onto Pawn, get him closer to the Lost Chapter after rushing QSS. They steal away the enemy blue as well, and it's become for lane control only. If you go this build and lose in CS, it doesn't seem worth it, as Raze is getting a bit cute here.
He tries to engage onto Smeb, who has everything available right now, and a stopwatch is going to be blown. They give the kill over to Pawn. Even Mata TP'd in. Even Mata TP'd, but still, not enough.
Yeah, maybe Yujun needs to come in game 2.
That was definitely not a good look, Papa.
I don't know what he was thinking could happen. Like, I kind of look back and think of all the permutations of what could.
But that turret is getting very low. We're already below half health.
No Devour's on cooldown.
Yep. Coming down here, and here comes the Taliyah along with Score, who actually has to Arcane Assault over the wall, and that's going to be one kill here. The rest of them just being bopped underneath the turret. They can't even do anything. Raze trying to do a cute little flag and drag flash combination, but just gets himself killed. And that is 4 kills on the side of KT, making this look like a bully fest, Papa.
Is it live or replay? Are we sure this is not Kingzone versus KT game 1? Because KT are completely obliterating Kongdu Monster. No good news story. This is perfect game pace from them as we go on. You couldn't be any better at 17 minutes. There's 7,000 gold ahead. The enemy jungler has died 3 times. The control wards were so defensive, you thought it was a mistake, and now KT. Again, it's very hard to use appropriate broadcast words to say how far behind Kongdu Monster are.
Yeah.
They saw the Devour, so Deft is like, I'm just going to ult the nearest person. It ends up being the Tahm Kench. Cosmic Radiance is armed, and that's when Kongdu Monster knew they were done.
5 of them getting hit by the Vladimir ultimate. Pawn, I mean, Raze does save
nice.
Roach, I suppose.
He EQ flashed. It was nice mechanics, but unfortunately, and also their preseason was how much they put trust in their jungler. And from ahead, that trust was founded, but from behind, he's found it so hard, and now they turn onto Mouse.
Well, he's trying to turn it onto the Sejuani, and here comes the Tahm Kench with the help of Soul. So they do have a bit of a 4-on-1 going on, but a perfect blasting plan gets him over the wall here. And Edge is going to be the one that falls in the end. Pawn getting low too, but does survive.
No one goes down, still perfect game pace. Vladimir takes down the Malzahar, caught in transition. The control was starting to stick so much more aggressively by KT Rolster, taking away every single jungle camp. Raze gonna try and fight back for his blue. Good luck with that one.
Yeah. This is the kind of game where I know you as an analyst kind of have trouble because there's not much to analyze here. It's just one team getting bopped on the head.
What do you want to talk about, Valdez?
Not the most fun time for Kongdu. I don't know. Hongbok's
on the Rift to necessarily hold it with the big boys. The funny thing about Kongdu was that even in their seasons where they won 2, 3, 4 best of threes, they were actually really good from ahead. They were good at closing out games compared to someone like Spenu Sonic Boom that were famous for mismanaging their win conditions. The problem for Kongdu was they very often lost the early game, and then, of course, it was irrelevant how good they were from ahead. So, struggle here for Kongdu Monster is games like this that are really looking hard. They're going to try something at least.
Well, they trapped 2 people and Pawn on the Talia. Has no escape. Can they actually complete the kill, though? The stopwatch into the Cosmic Radiance. They want to keep this perfect game going, and they may just do that. There's the flash forward from Depton. Oh, no. Score died. Well, no perfect game, but almost perfect, I suppose. Double kill goes over to Deft. 3 more members of Kongdu do die. And the domination continues.
He's playing like a team. They're backing out Pawn, who was so close to going down. Edge could not use the ult to finish him off. That's why he didn't flash ult onto the Talia. Would have just been cleansed away. Outer top lane turrets goes down. The outer ring has been dead for a while now. But watch the replay. Score did die through all of this, but this was basically Kongdu saying, we have to try something now, otherwise the map will be warred and we'll never get back into the game. When you're already behind by a lot in gold, Pawn really on point. Great timing. Deft also in position. The little heal coming through from Mata was enough, and then it was the killing fields for KT.
Score didn't have to go back in. He should have just backed off.
KT is going to start DPSing down the Baron.
Okay, well, that Executioner's Calling coming in handy here up against Smeb, looking for the solo kill, and he gets it. Smeb just not able to get out of there, had his flash, but no ghost. Decides not to flash away from that one.
And Roach puts up his hand and says, well, in the middle of all the madness, I was able to finish an Adaptive Helm and the Black Cleaver. I can turn onto the Vladimir. He's the only person who hasn't died this game from the side of Kongdu Monster, and they've at least got something going for them, so that's good for Kongdu.
There's always that scary moment. Feels like the solo queue when you begin to throw, but it's definitely maneuvers. Look at Pawn, though, looking to cut them off from behind. They want to turn
Smeb
here.
As well.
Here comes Smeb from behind the Cosmic Radiance. The perfect storm right now for KT. Smeb gets low, but he's still got a stopwatch. It's going to come down. He's going up to Soul. Might actually go down here. Has to back off. Should be able to get Tom Kent on the back foot here, but it's only 1 kill in the engage for KT.
Yeah, KT were always going to turn off, but man, was it beautiful in setup. Weren't able to stick the kills because a lot of summoners were available to Kongdu Monster, but they can just return to Baron, score back to full health. They can start it again. They can turn again. So let's see what Kongdu Monster makes of it with 4 members strong.
No Cosmic Radiance, no wall, no Vladimir Ultimate, but let's see what the side of Kongdu has to say about this. It's going to be up to Roach, potentially, to go for the big engage here. See if he does do it. He doesn't have flash, so it's just going to be a hop on in. Very slowly, they're looking to turn. They don't want to 50-50 this. There's the burst, though, with no vision. They take out the Baron and disengage, get the hell out of there, and say, no, we will not fight you.
And those are about the safest you can do.
Mata actually gets very low here. Trying to heal him up. Deft looking for that kill, but nicely timed Devoured by Secret. Redemption gets Mata up to health, has the heals as well.
No minion wave.
Minions, yeah. They gotta wait for this one. Nice ultimate there onto Roach, but another Devour up. And that means 5 members, they're looking for it, but the counter engage here onto the Malzahar, who does flash away. Ray's going in with this last dying breath, says, I will trap 3 of you, but then dies. As KT continuing to push. They want their first inhibitor down on the bottom lane.
Yeah, showing a surprising amount of respect here. They're quite squishy in build, so Soul is actually registering damage on them. Smeb with a bit of backline impact. Waiting for ults to come back up for KT, but they're still fighting.
Roach wanted that big ultimate, but a nice bait there by Score to have it only hit him up against the wall. And that is going to be a bunch of members now zoned out too low as they do finally pick up that bottom inhibitor.
Yeah, a lot of sustain for KT, so then it's also great there too. So just thinking about it more broadly is we're seeing a fight attempted.
They want to get onto Deft here. Nice little Cataclysm, but again, all those defensive ultimates come out. But look at that, Sejuani getting pretty low, trying to flash her way out of there, but in goes Smeb trying to go 1v3 right now. Might be able to just do that. Executioner's calling, helping out as he does get burst down. But in the end, he does zone everybody away. That means not too many more kills, but more objectives.
And it's also as the minion wave was cresting in the mid lanes. They're going to get a mid lane inhibitor. They're trying to get 3 inhibitors here, KT. Only 1 dead, so they probably can't end the game. Long cooldowns for the members of KT. They probably can't force anything after that, but they're going to feel good about taking 3 inhibs.
3 inhibitors go down. We now have the timers on them. Here comes Score. They're like, oh crap. We're sorry. We didn't mean it. We didn't want to do Baron. We're going to leave now. But in comes the Cataclysm, and actually Pawn getting a little bit too far forward. He gets picked off. In the end, it is a 1-for-1 trade. They do lose that, but Raze is incredibly low. Will they commit to the 4v4? KT can easily turn off of this one. Roach, though, still very healthy, as is Soul. The poking does come in. Cosmic Radiance now, they are easily going to turn onto Edge. Down he goes, and he wants a little bit more as they take down Roach. Nice chain of corruption to make that a bit easier. And actually, nice dodge there on the ultimate of Gnar. As Mata gets low, Roach almost going to get away, but Smeb and Deft do say no in the end. And by the way, guys, in the main base, the Nexus is going to go down. GG.
Minions, baby!
There you have it, 16-4. A big win for KT. Wasn't the most exciting one, but at least it was solid. They came up to play today.
They came out, they didn't look like losing, they ended up closing the game. Were there some comical moments? Was it clean? Was it cleanly finished as perhaps the fans or the coach would have liked? Maybe not, but they still were able to close it out here, KT Rolster. They will not